Afternoon to all the parents. Welcome to the interaction that we are having after a very, very long time. I mean, it was unfortunate that I could not meet you during the report card session, and however, the lockdown happened. And ever since then, we have been planning to meet you through orientation and interaction. However, because of the conditions that have been, it was not been possible. And in the meanwhile, in April, we had a new principal joining us. Her name is Miss Preeti Sangwan, and she is young, she is dynamic, she is very concerned about everybody regarding children, regarding teachers, regarding parents, admin, and she has been trying her best to, make the most of the lockdown by trying to give the best possible way we can serve our children, because our motto is we learn to serve. So keeping that motto, we have been trying our best to be of service to the children through our online classes, and we have been having a lot of parental cooperation in this, for which we thank you immensely from the bottom of our heart. And without much delay, I would request our new principal, Mrs. Preeti Sangwan, to take over the interaction for the day's proceedings. Over to Ms. Sangwan.
Thank you, Mrs. Sena Roy. So once again, good afternoon, all the parents.
Good afternoon,
I
ma'am.
hope all of you are healthy, safe, and happy.
Yes, ma'am.
As Mrs. Sena Roy just shared, I happened to join during the lockdown time, and we were looking for an opportunity when we can meet and interact. Maybe I guess a couple of months back, we never thought, we'd be meeting on an online platform. Now, since the times are very unfamiliar, very unique and very different, I don't wish to use the term difficult and trying times. I consider, and we should consider, the present ongoing circumstances as evolving times. Okay. So in such a scenario, it is very important that as a community, we must stay connected. Okay. So that's the reason why the communication channels should remain open and have a heart-to-heart discussion. So we need to understand, school needs to understand the problems, the challenges, the parent community and the student community they are going through, and same goes for the school side as well. Okay, so we all are facing our own personal circumstances as well as challenges, right? So if I talk about how exactly the session began in April, so certainly, I guess all of you are aware of that, yes, we were required to switch to the online mode. And without taking much time, I must congratulate and I must thank my teachers very swiftly, very quickly, and in a very smooth way. They shifted to the online mode of teaching learning. Okay, and a lot of credit goes to you. The kind of support you extended, the kind of encouragement you always showered, whatever suggestions or whatever opinion you had before summer break regarding the quality of online classes in a very respectful manner you shared with us. We are thankful to all of you, right? Now, after having interaction with couple of classes and the parents, so we understand there are few queries which are very common across the complete parent community. So first of all, I would like to address those queries, and then we will open this forum for dialogue and discussion, and maybe yes for deliberation, right? Now, the parents, they need to understand how exactly school or schools are taking decision, whether it comes to sticking to the online classes, when the school will reopen, how much syllabus will be tested, whether there will be any reduction in the syllabus, so on and so forth. Okay, so all the schools and Cambridge School Noida, we are following whatever decisions we have taken, whether to resume to online class, when to reopen the school, syllabus or fee. All our decisions are grounded on the orders and directives and advisories which are receiving from various government regulatory bodies, especially MHRD and CBSE. Okay. Now, what is the way forward? How exactly the session, will look like in the immediate foreseeable future? As of now, it is difficult to predict. Same goes for the government bodies as well, right? But considering, what we can foresee and whatever we have understood after attending, a couple of seminars conducted by the government bodies in MHRD, we have decided our way forward in 3 phases. So the first phase is still on. That is from 22nd of June till 15th of August. So this 15th of August, this date we decided after listening to Mr. Pokhriya, Minister of the Ministry of MHRD. So in one of his recent interview, he mentioned that schools are likely to open from 15th of August. So that's why I thought till 15th of August, let's resume online classes and let's conduct whether teaching, learning, or assessments, or co-curricular activities. Everything will be done through online mode, right? The second phase will begin from 15th of August. Okay. It is quite likely, or what we have gathered, from the various sources, quite probable, after 15th of August, school is likely to open for senior children, maybe from grade 9 onwards. Okay. And that too will be allowed to operate at a very reduced capacity. Maybe on a particular day, we'll be allowed to call only say 20 or 25% of the children. And then we have to decide for what reasons. So basically, the assessment is one big challenge because the children, they are not accustomed to attempting the online mode of assessment, and especially when it comes to board classes. So eventually, they have to appear in a pen paper kind of a test in board exam. So that kind of practice is needed, right? So from 15th of August, in case the situation will become better, then certainly the school is likely to open for senior classes. I repeat again, from grade 9 onwards. And parents will also agree that we might open school from grade 6 onwards as well. Okay, fine. And the third phase, now in the second phase, from 15th of August till October. Why we are saying October? Because we believe that by October or November, some kind of a solution we will have, for this COVID problem, right? So in the second phase, the mode of teaching, learning, or the mode of operation is going to be a very hybrid one. Okay, we will continue with the online classes as well as children will be called in this school, right? That's yes, maybe once a week or twice a week for certain activities which cannot be conducted through online sessions, right? And let's hope by October or by November, the situation should be normalized. And yes, very happy to welcome all the children, back to our school portals. Okay. Now, there are certain things and there are certain points in which lot of cooperation, lot of collaboration is expected from parents as well. See, if we just check, the kind of change which has happened because of online classes, you must have observed that the power structure of the classroom has completely changed. Okay, so earlier teachers, they were in full control of the class. Okay, and now see, the system has become quite transparent and quite revealing. Okay, and believe me, it was a huge psychological barrier for teachers as well, because it appears as if you're conducting your class on a public platform, isn't it? And the things are very revealing now. What you are doing, how exactly you are doing, and online classes have their own limitation. You cannot ask all the children to switch on the camera because of connectivity issues and because of some technical glitches and stuff, right? So since a lot of control has gone to the other side, from teacher side to the student side, lot of cooperation is expected from the parents. Okay? In fact, I would say this is a testing time for what we call as education. I shared just one instance when we were thinking of conducting assessments for the board classes before summer vacation. So one of our challenge was how we will ensure that children, they will appear in the assessment without cheating, because throughout the assessment you cannot ask the children to keep your camera on, right? So then we questioned ourselves. A child who's already in grade 10, who's already in grade 12, and if we have not taught this value, that no matter what the situation is, no matter whether somebody is keeping an eye on you or not, you have to stick to the value system. And this is what we mean by education. So it's not about how much a child is securing in physics, chemistry, or maths. So even if a child is securing 100% marks, so it all depends upon the value system and the attitude of the child, how he or she is going to use this knowledge later on in his or her in his or her adult life, right? So parents, I would say, treat this time as a wonderful opportunity to ensure that the kind of value system we always wanted our children to inculcate. Okay. So yes, let's ensure that such value system should be inculcated in this. Tell them to be self-disciplined. Tell them to be self-motivated. Because I guess later on in adult life, the only definition of discipline is self-discipline. Otherwise, till that time, somebody is pushing you or somebody is keeping a tab on you. So if you're behaving you as per the prescribed manner, that is not discipline. That is only you're looking for an opportunity when I can break the rule, right? So please encourage your children to attend the classes on time. Keep their books and stationery ready. Whatever instruction teachers are giving, that these are the topics which you have to prepare. You have to just go through before we discuss this topic in the next class. Tell them to pay heed to teachers' instruction. Okay? Lot of help will be required, especially at the time of assessment. Okay? Because I guess this is one of the pertinent questions most of you must be, worried about how exactly the assessments will take place. As I shared with you earlier, till 15th of August, yes, we'll be, conducting one round of unit test, weekly test. So the mode of assessment is going to be the online mode only. Now we are working on it, and I guess by 2nd of July, we will come out with one document, a detailed document, in which we will mention how exactly the assessments will be conducted. Okay, so the more emphasis will be on MCQ based question, but certainly descriptive questions will be part of the assessment. Okay, we have identified few platforms through which children they can submit uh, their handwritten assignments. Okay, maybe both the options can be given to the children who are more comfortable in typing the answers, so yes, they can do so. But I guess more than 90% of the children, since they are in a habit of writing the answer in the answer script, so that option will certainly be given, right? But who will do the duty of invigilation? From back end, yes, our teachers will be doing the invigilation. But in case you encourage your child and if you keep an eye and keep a tab on your child, that will be a great help. Okay. At the same time, we need to understand that children, they are also undergoing a lot of changes. They are staying in a situation, for which they are not programmed. Children, they learn, they grow, they develop when they mingle with each other. Okay, when they run, when they do physical activities, when they go beyond the boundaries of their homes, their houses. Okay, and this is how, socially and emotionally they develop. See, I guess as far as the brain development or cognitive, technically we call it as a cognitive development is concerned, that is being catered by the online classes, right? But the social and emotional part, these are equally important aspects of a child's life, right? So I would suggest talk to your children whenever you get time. This is a beautiful time, somehow the nature has given us, to get connected with the families, right? Understand your children. Especially, I guess, since we are parents of that age group, which are at the threshold of teen age. And we all understand, a lot of hormonal changes, a lot of biological changes are happening in your children. Okay. So, and this results into some kind of a behavioral changes as well. Understand. You must be, experiencing a potpourri of emotions. Okay. So as an adult, it is our duty to understand. In case you feel that help of a wellness teacher or some counseling is needed, don't hesitate in seeking help. Before summer break as well, school organized couple of sessions for mental well-being and emotional well-being. During the summer break, committee has been formed, which is taking care of the program for social and emotional well-being. And very soon we will come out with that program. Okay. Now, as far as like in case any parent has any question, query, so what is the point of contact? Okay, how exactly to reach out to the school? So all of you are part of class WhatsApp group. Okay, and I guess it is a two-way communication, right? Or otherwise, please ensure that all of you must be having the contact number of your class teacher. Okay, we will ensure that each parent of a particular class must have contact number of class teacher. So your first point of contact is the class teacher. Okay. In case you feel that the problem is not addressed, or the issue is not addressed, or the suggestion is not implemented, okay, then the second recourse you have is you have school mail ID as well as you have school contact number as well. Okay. The admin staff has started working. So whatever calls and whatever queries and suggestions we are receiving from the parents and from the parent side, everything is brought to the principal's office. Okay. And then we discuss with the team members. Fine. Now, without taking much time, because the whole idea of organizing this parent interaction is to give an opportunity to the school to understand the problems of parents, and to give an opportunity to the parents to voice their opinion, voice their suggestion. Okay. So now I open this forum for the open dialogue, discussion, and deliberation. Okay. One by one, you can ask your questions, and simultaneously, you can post the question in the chat box as well. It is quite probable, because since the Zoom time is limited to 1 hour only, so all the questions or queries we might not be able to address. So don't worry. We will be, preparing the replies of all your questions which remain unaddressed, and we will be sharing within a week time with all of you. Okay. So maybe start now.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon.
Ma'am, I'm Sanvi Shah, 70s mother speaking. First of all, a hearty welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you for being so accessible to the parents, because mostly we see that the principals are not so easily accessible. So thanks a lot for this session, as well as I would like to thank all the teachers for the wonderful classes they are taking, because it is like we can also see how they are teaching. So it's really very courageous of them to take such classes. My question is, hello?
Yes, please go ahead, Mrs. Shah.
Yeah, ma'am, my question is that assessments will soon be taken of UTs, and practice tests have already been taken. So what we found was that even the children were worried that the answer they give is correct, but maybe due to slight, suppose for example, they have to write, the answer is abiotic, and they write abiotic plant, which is also correct, but the system takes it as a wrong answer, and their marks are deducted. Same ways it can be in subjective answers also, that what sentence they are writing may be correct, but not as per the system. So in that case, how they will be assessed by the teacher? Because computer will take it as a wrong answer.
Absolutely. First of all, thank you, Mrs. Shah, for encouraging again for the kind of class and the quality of classes which are happening in our school. Now, as you have already mentioned, that the practice session for the assessment is already done. And the reason why we decide, okay, let's first of all have a practice session for the assessment to understand the lacuna of the system. Okay, the points which we have just shared, we have already discussed amongst our team members. And certainly when it comes to assessment, which will be the deciding factor for promotion to the next class. Okay, that means the forthcoming UT examination, weekly test. The system will not depend upon the computer answers. Those answers, whatever submission will be done by the children, each and every answer will be verified, will be corrected by the subject teacher. Okay, so we won't be depending on the system, right? And that's the reason why we thought, okay, let's understand, what problem we might face and we might come across.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
I wish to throw more light on assessment, especially the assessments which are scheduled from 20th of July. The detail will be shared by the Vice Principal, Mrs. Sinha Roy. Most likely, the format of assessment is going to be 25% of the questions will be MCQ, and approximately 75% of the question will be descriptive kind of a question. So under descriptive as well, we will have a category of, one-line answer, that is very short answer, and long answers, right? Now, besides pen, paper, we will be having other modes of assessment as well, right? So first of all, we need to understand, why do we conduct assessment or examination? Just to gauge whether the learning has really happened or not, whether the child has really understood the concept which we taught in the classes or not. Okay, so pen paper assessment is one way of judging that. Okay, there are multiple ways to judge. Many times it happens that the child is not comfortable when it comes to writing the answer. But if you ask him or her to appear in a quiz, okay, or to write a report, and give him some time, say 1 day or 2 days or maybe 1 week time, the child can, perform beautifully. So we will be using other modes of assessment as well, like multiple assessment methods, subject enrichment methods, and portfolios. And the details of all these various assessments will be shared with you shortly. Right? So it's not only the pen paper assessment. See, those times are gone when we can gauge the learning level of a child simply by looking at the score. That 5 on 10 is good, 5 on 10 is not good, 9 on 10 is good, or 8 on 10 is good, and 2 on 10 is very bad. It is quite possible the child who is secured, say 8 or 9 out of 10, when it comes to, applying that knowledge in the practical life, or when it comes to, putting across the idea, the child might not be having those skills. Okay, we are living in an era where besides the knowledge, there are so many other skills and competencies which are equally important. Okay, that's the reason the assessment should be done in a very comprehensive way. Okay, so besides pen paper, we will be evaluating the children on different parameters, and the details will be shared.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
May I share a few things
Ma'am,
regarding
Atul Vyas, father of Krishna Vyas, class 7th. Ma'am, just want to ask the pattern of question paper. That it will be of only multiple choice, or it will be subjective also?
Mr. Vyas, I guess this is what I just shared, but I will repeat again.
We are not heard voice since last 5 minutes, so we are not able to hear.
So doesn't matter, sir. I'll just repeat it again. So the format is likely to be 25% of the questions will be MCQ. It may vary from 25 to 30% of the questions. Okay, and the rest of the question paper will be descriptive. Again, in descriptive, we will have various categories of one-line answer, short answer, and long answers.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am. What about Hindi assessment? Children are not able to write Hindi on computer. So what about Hindi assessment, ma'am?
Okay, this is Mona. So certainly we don't expect our children that they have to type the answers. Okay, so the way they appear when the assessments are conducted in a regular scenario, okay, they will be writing on the answer sheet only, okay, in their notebooks only. Our biggest challenge is, as I shared with you earlier, that who's going to do the invigilation. May I request all the parents to keep their microphone on mute? Okay, so again, I'm clarifying. Children won't be asked or won't be expected to type the answers. Okay, those who are really comfortable, I guess the percentage is quite low. Hardly, I guess 5 to 10% might be comfortable in typing the answers. Okay, so in case somebody wants to type the answer, okay, good enough. Okay, otherwise the descriptive answers they'll be writing on the answer sheet, and they will take the image, the picture, and that will be shared with the exam center. Okay, certainly we will make a provision that besides reading the question paper and writing time, we'll be keeping at least 15 to 20 minutes extra for submission of the answer sheet. And we all understand many times it happens because of technical problem or technical glitches. You fail to submit your answers within the stipulated time. Don't worry, don't take any tension about it. What you need to do is immediately communicate to the class teacher. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to call up and ensure that you have already conveyed, okay, and she has received the message. You have to simply post the message on the class WhatsApp group, or simply post the message on class teacher WhatsApp. Okay, you have to share the information as soon as possible, that because of this failure, I'm unable to do that. Certainly, later on the data will be analyzed, that who is facing this problem on regular basis, then certainly we will ask what kind of a problem you are facing. We will give a suggestion how you can rectify, and it will be expected if it is a technical problem, as soon as possible, please rectify it. Week after week, the same kind of excuse or same kind of a problem should not appear or reappear. Right?
Good afternoon, ma'am. This
Yes,
is
good
Thank
Alok.
you,
afternoon.
ma'am, and welcome to the Cambridge family as a head.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
This is Advik Shrivastava, father.
Mm-hmm.
I have a request. Actually, due to one or another reason, sometimes class got missed by the child. So, is it possible to record the session and put on the cloud at least for a week, so that when and where it is required, child can access it?
Okay. Mr. Srivastava, number one, if a child is missing the class, we need to understand for what reason the child is missing. Okay, as I said, that you have to keep a tab on this, because now we have very little control, right? This request we have received from number of parents and number of children as well. We thought, shall we record each and every class and put it on MST? Then one of the adverse consequence can be that the children, they will become very complacent. Okay, they might develop this feeling. There is no need to get ready by 8:30 and attend the class. Doesn't matter. The video will be available. So whenever I'll get time, I can watch the video. Okay. What can be done? Whenever a teacher is introducing a concept, okay, like in science or in maths, the classes which are very critical to form the basis or the foundation of a concept, those classes can be recorded. Okay, not only if a child has missed out that class, even those who have attended, and in case they have any doubt and they wish to revisit the class to understand the explanation again. So yes, those classes can be recorded and can be uploaded. We feel that we should discourage this behavior or this tendency. Doesn't matter, if not now I'm feeling sleepy, so doesn't matter, I will watch this video at 7 or 8. This will result in a lot of indiscipline at home as well.
That's really good what you suggested, and will appreciate if you'll proceed on this.
Yes, we will proceed on this.
Also,
Thank you so much, ma'am.
may I say something, Ms.
Yes.
Samwan?
Yeah.
The thing is, the fact is we need a lot of parental cooperation, as I keep on reiterating now, is, see, one, the parents also need to bring in and help us bring in a little discipline. For that reason, we are starting class late, because it's a little relaxed atmosphere at home. So please ensure that your children have eaten their breakfast before the class. Because, often we hear parents saying that, there's a lot of disturbance when the classes are going on. And there's a lot of background noise also. And that is not possible. We can only mute from our end as teachers who are teaching. For us, we will mute the class. But what happens, the background noise disturbs the children. And also one thing, it's a request, if the parents can make the seating arrangement of the child wherever the child is taking the class against a wall or some place, so there's no movement, because any movement from behind, the child keeps moving. And we also request parents, not to kind of serve breakfast and food to the child and say, beta, abhi tak doodh nahi piya. I mean, our children also need to know that it's a session, a class. I mean, it's a different kind of classroom, but definitely teaching is happening. And for that, we have also requested parents, if the children can, get the feel of a school by wearing their uniform during the class period, all right? Because once you wear that uniform, you feel, yes, I'm attending, the seriousness about it. So we are trying to request all the parents that last year's uniform only they can wear. Of course, there should not be a problem, because the children are already were in the senior school. So we request parents that, let them eat their breakfast on time before the class, and let them also wear the school uniform. Secondly, some parents have written, the screen time is too long. We understand that, because the earlier school timing is 6 to 6.5 hours. And now we have reduced the teaching time or the school timings to 4 hours. And with every period, we are giving a short break for the children to, go to the washroom, drink water, switch over, take a break. There's also a defined break period we have given of 20 minutes. Secondly, when we talk about the screen time, if you have been able to get the textbooks, the child can also not look at the screen, rather look at the textbook and keep on reading or following the lesson as it's being taught, except when the screen sharing is happening and the child needs to look up. So this way we can give the child that rest in the screen timing also, because yes, children also feel tired, we understand, but we are also under a compulsion. And as I keep on saying, I mean, the fact is, it's a whole gamut of education is changing. The whole system is kind of going through a metamorphosis where the teachers are also learning, teachers are also coping. And it's not that we can be perfect, but we are trying our best to cope with every situation. One thing I would like to say that every class we are trying to take attendance, and there is a mechanism by which within 5 minutes of the class timing starting, the children should be in the class, because at random, the teacher can take the attendance in the beginning of the class, sometimes in the middle of the class, sometimes at the end of the class. Because see, when we also teach classes, we have noticed that if we have asked a child a question and we find no response, and the child has muted and gone, sometimes we get to find the child got up to go away somewhere or went away from the screen. You get my point? So just to ensure that the children are very much there, and from time to time we request parents, just monitor the children from your screen side to see whether the child is attending the class. Because we have also experienced one thing, especially middle school is very experimental, and they are little growing wings, so they want to be a little adventurous. So what they do while they are in the class, they start venturing into other classes, and especially senior classes. And when they do that, it disturbs the teaching, because there is a disruption. And many times, even when I've been teaching classes, I have caught children from classes 6 and 7, and immediately sometimes I've even spoken to the subject teacher then, or the class teacher, and I've even spoken to parents. But at that point of time, we were all experimenting. So we request parents to ensure that the child is not only sitting in front of the screen, but is actually attending the class. See, it has to work together as a partnership from both your side and our side. We will deliver the lesson, we will do everything, but we cannot come to each home and control the screen. And that's where we need your cooperation in helping us. The other thing is that parents are requesting that we don't have books. Where do we get it? The thing is, unfortunately, our bookshop person was very unwell. Now he is recovering, and very soon, by next week, the bookshop will be open. So if parents want, you can come and collect the books so that the child has the physical books. Or you can also request the shopkeeper of our school to have the books couriered or delivered to you at a nominal, cost of delivering. That way you don't have to step out, and the books will all be delivered to your house on payment. I think this way the children will also not have problems. The books will be with them. And while books, except for maths and all where one needs to see the screen, but for English, for SST, if the child has the textbook, it is always better. They can go through the textbook as the lesson is being delivered. So we also request the parents that let the child not miss any assessment. That okay, I can always give the excuse of I didn't have net connection and all. But
कि मैम मैंने
once
नहीं
it
किया,
can
बट
be
कई टाइम ऐसा होता है, कई टीचर्स का नाम नहीं लेंगे हम, बट ऐसा होता है कि अगर बच्चे को डांट रहे हैं तो नॉन स्टॉप बच्चे को पूरे सेशन उस क्लास में सिर्फ डांट ही पड़ती है, 3-4 बच्चों को, और उसमें से कई बच्चे ऐसे हैं जो बोल ही नहीं पाते कि मैम हमें क्या बोलना है, क्योंकि मैम को हम कुछ बोलने जाएंगे मैम फिर डांटेंगी ही। तो पूरे टाइम उस क्लास में बच्चों को सिर्फ डांट ही पड़ती है, कोई क्लासेस नहीं होता है। तो ये मैंने कई टाइम्स देखा है, तो मैं सोची कि मैं बोलूं कि मैम इस तरह से तो बच्चे बिल्कुल भी अवॉइड करेंगे क्लास को अटेंड करना, और क्योंकि वो कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे भी तो नहीं बोल पाते, क्योंकि उनको ये लग रहा है कि अगर मैं कोई सवाल पूछूंगा तो मैम कहेंगे तुम कहाँ थे क्लास में उस वक्त में, नेट प्रॉब्लम तुम्हारी प्रॉब्लम है, हमारी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, वो तुम देखो। बहुत सारे ऐसे बच्चे क्लास के हैं जो नहीं बोल पाते उस वक्त में।
Ms. Sharma, thank you. It's a very valid point you have raised. And yes, though we have also shared, as ma'am has told you, we are also looking into the emotional well-being of our faculty. We will reiterate this point again and again to our faculty members that they need to be a little bit more benign in the class, because the situation is difficult for the children. We understand completely. And yes, of course, a lot of teaching time gets wasted if you are spending more time scolding children, and scolding is never going to help. Definitely, your point is very well taken. We will address the issue in our staff meeting again and again. Thank you. It's a very valid point you've made. There is also one little point, I mean, parents have written that why not organize basketball and football? If at home you're not having a scope to organize outdoor games as a school right now, it is not possible. But yes, we are having we put up these yoga classes or the sports HP classes, the physical education classes through certain yoga things also. I think yoga would be a better idea. And I think today every parent knows some yoga, something. And I think that will be a very good way to give relaxation to the children. It is not possible right now, the basketball court or the football field. But, let us also teach our children as parents and teachers, learn to make the most of what resources we have at the moment, and not have far-reaching things which is not within our means. If you're lucky and you have a terrace, I think it's a very big blessing to have a terrace at the moment, because then your children can go and play something. If not, at least yoga by parents, and as a school also we'll try to add in our physical education classes so that the children benefit from this physical activity. Now, regarding another query that a parent has put here is, how do we submit assignments if we don't have books? For which I have again spoken that I told you the bookshop person was having similar COVID conditions, so we had to keep the bookshop closed. Now he is more or less recovered, and shortly the bookshop will be open. And either you can come one of the days and have the books collected yourself, or speak to the bookshop man and try and have the books delivered. If he charges a nominal amount for bringing it to your place, I think that will solve your problem. So that will include all notebooks, textbooks, everything. So I don't think your child after that should have any problem doing the work. Secondly, I don't know whether Ms. Sangwan has spoken, but definitely in the other sessions, she has spoken that, if you have whatever notebook right now, you can utilize those pages and convert them into notebooks for this year. I think, we will be open enough to understand the conditions. So if you have a problem of not being able to get a particular notebook which has the Cambridge designs, but you have the textbooks, but definitely you have a notebook which has other pages which have not been used much, it's perfectly fine to recycle at the moment. And use those notebooks to do the work and assignment, and then upload it by taking the screenshot or making them into PDF. That should not be a problem. Yes, any other questions?
Nanta ma'am, Preeti ma'am, any solution to the fee issue?
Any other questions?
Okay. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Gupta.
Yeah, I just wanted to check any solution to the fee problem, because a couple of schools have waived off the fee, especially from the Q1 perspective. It's a financial constraint for everyone. So any solution around that happening?
See, Mr. Gupta, as far as the financial crisis or situation is concerned, we understand, quite a few of you might be having your own personal circumstances, because of this COVID thing. But as far as charging of fee is concerned, we are simply adhering to the guidelines issued by UP government or any other regulatory body. Okay, so government is very much clear that yes, for the sustenance of the school, schools have to charge fees. Okay, and what is decided that don't take the fees in advance, please charge on monthly basis. Yes, in the first quarter, no penalty or no fine will be charged at all. And only composite fee. And composite fee, I guess there's a lot of ambiguity about, what's the tuition fee and composite fee. So as per the UP Self-Finance Independent School Fee Regulation Act, so there is no term like tuition fee. So the only term which is used is composite fee, and this composite fee is exclusively related to the expenditure incurred pertaining to teaching, learning, for the instructions, right? For the instructions given in the classroom or for teaching learning process, right? So that's the reason we have issued these circulars, and we have sent messages to the parents that pay only composite fee on monthly basis. Okay. Now, in case if this expectation is there that the Q1 fee should be waived off, let's not create a vicious cycle. See, the school is managed by people, and all these people, they have their homes. Okay, so right from the Karamchari who comes for cleaning to the top level, right? Okay. Now, in case we start getting into this cycle, okay, let's not collect the fee and let's not pay the salary. We are only increasing the burden on our economy, right? So I guess the clear way is, let's bank on the government, whatever instructions government is giving us. So we are following, we are adhering to the government orders. Okay. Now again, the question will be, as you mentioned, because some of the parents, they might be, undergoing some financial crisis, right? In case of your personal circumstances, which has imbalanced the situation of finance at home, send one mail. Okay, so you can mail the details on the school mail ID, right? But again, my request and my appeal will be, please remember that even the people, who are working in the school, they also have homes. Okay, otherwise we'll be creating a financial crisis and more homes in India.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Dear parents, this is one concern I like to share. The reason why we clubbed classes 7 and 8, because of our previous experience, when we had for some of the senior classes and we had it individual, we barely had 80 parents or even 60 parents attending. And therefore, because the issues are similar to classes 7 and 8, we decided today to club the session. However, those parents who could not enter the session and attend this interaction, the recording of the same will be shared through our computer person, and then in that case, any other questions they have, they can put it on the mail to us, and we will be happy to answer them. It's today, I think it's just unfortunate. All the parents have started attending, and therefore I'm getting a lot of messages from our school, this thing that it's very disappointing why we could not get. Yes, we tried to limit the number, because many times, when we give an opportunity also to parents, then they just don't come. And therefore we wanted, that sessions to be held, nevertheless an interaction. But however, please do convey to your friends. It's very unfortunate they could not. We are sorry about it, but definitely we will be happy to share the recording. If they would so require, they could just send us a little message or a line, and we'll be happy to share the same. There is a parent who says, my child is new in the school and does not have the uniform. So, madam, please don't worry. Please just send a little application saying, and we will understand why the child is not attending classes in uniform. Because obviously it's a very, very genuine case. We understand that. Any other question or?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Myself, father of Kushagra Kelkar, class 8B. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Ma'am, good afternoon once again. Ma'am, my query was pertaining to the language subjects, which I've also written in the chat. Actually, the third language, particularly Sanskrit, French, and German, being new to us. So the kids look up to us to help them when we come back from work. Me and my wife both are working professionals, so we kind of pull out some time in the evening so that we can, just go through what has been taught, and we could probably help them. We are feeling a bit handicapped with the language portion. So it's my humble request that if the Sanskrit, French, and German classes, like I said, the third languages ones, those videos are uploaded so that we could go through them, and then we could just help our ward understand better, or probably we could do our part, because they are looking up to us in this regard. With regards to mathematics and science, we are kind of capable of doing that, but with languages, we feel a sincere handicap. So could you please do something about it, ma'am?
Ma'am, can one-to-one interaction be possible in third language?
Sorry, ma'am, just repeat, please.
Ma'am, can one-to-one interaction between teacher and student be possible in third language?
In a classroom, yes.
Ma'am, because it's a new language.
In a classroom, yes. In a
Ma'am,
period
because
when
ma'am, but every student is not so free that he or she can ask her question on in the class.
Miss Gupta, the thing is, in a class, sometimes the children are muted so that the teacher can teach. And some of the time is used for interaction. I think a child also needs to understand that this is the best way. I have to also find my grounding. I have to ask the teacher. If everybody requests for a one-to-one session with every teacher, it is not physically possible. It is not just one class of section one teacher is teaching. She is teaching 5 other sections. So each class has approximately 40 on an average. So, and there is also a chat box over there where the children can post their comments and say, ma'am, please repeat, or I did not follow. So the teacher will also be able to then understand who's the child who's having a problem and clarify it. But one-to-one for every child interaction is not feasible like this.
Ma'am, in third language only.
No, ma'am, it is not possible. Try and understand. Every class has 35 to 40 children. And it is just not one section. Two sections have third language. Third language happens in all 5 sections, right? So a teacher, when will she teach? When will she give? Yes, on a one-to-one, if they have a problem, they can seek a little time and individually get a clarification, but not on a regular basis. It is not a tuition center. It is a class. It is a school system.
Ma'am, regarding this, I want to say something. My daughter has experienced this thing. She has opted for French. And in her holiday homework, her cousin has helped for this holiday homework because she was not so much frank with French language. So she has taken her help from her cousin. The teacher has remarked her as a copied holiday homework.
Ma'am, you're not audible.
Okay, Mrs. Gupta,
Ma'am,
yes, I
hello?
understand. Yes.
Okay, okay, fine.
Okay, yes, Mrs. Gupta, I guess your concern is in case my child is not very confident in third language subject, then what is the way out? Okay, as far as, asking for individual classes for all the children, so certainly humanly it is not possible. Okay, but yes, the children who are facing difficulty, they have all the right to go and ask for extra classes, right? So the timetable which we have shared with all of you, so we have mentioned that the classes will be conducted on Saturdays as well. So only on first and third Saturdays we'll be conducting classes. Second, fourth and fifth Saturdays will be off. Okay, so these Saturdays we'll be interested in using for addressing such problems. Remember, Mrs. Gupta, and yes, this is one of the life skills which we need to teach our children as well. In case there is a problem, identify where should I approach, okay, who's going to help me, right? And be a solution oriented person. So in case the child was facing problem related to French holiday homework, so the first help will come from whom? From the French teacher only. Okay, yes, without any fear, without any hesitation, approach the teacher.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Right.
Good afternoon,
in case
ma'am.
you still face, I'm pretty sure you will not face any such problem. But yes, let's not continue with the problem when we know that yes, the solution is very easy and we can easily approach the solution. Don't hold yourself back because of certain fear or because of certain apprehension.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Ma'am, actually, this language is new to us also.
But
we are
the
not
language
at
is
all
not
aware
new
of it.
So don't worry, the language is not new to the French teacher. Okay, now I'm coming back to before I take up the next question.
Kids are not.
Yes, Mrs. Gupta, kids are not. Mrs. Rena, just give me a second. Yes, Mrs. Gupta, kids are not what?
Ma'am, kids are not so much that much fearless that they can ask such questions again and again from teacher. They are not understood that thing.
Mrs. Gupta and dear parents, I guess we create environment for our children. As I told you earlier, it's not only about the knowledge related to a subject. There are a number of things, which will ensure that as an adult, we will live a happy, fearless, and a very meaningful life. Okay, so in case children, they have the fear, who creates fear in the mind of the children? We adults, isn't it? Okay, see, in the curriculum of life skills, schools, we mention, one of the life skill is problem solving, right? So it's not like this in a separate session, the problem solving will be taught. So in case a child has a problem, so it is the duty of the adults, good that you have put across your problem. So it is the duty of the adult to teach the child, if this is the problem, think in a logical way from where I can find the solution. Certainly my mom and dad cannot provide a solution because they don't know this language. Okay, so who knows this language in the school? My teacher. Why should I have a fear? If I've not done anything wrong, so yes, hold your ground. Why you should have any fear? Okay, and without approaching the concerned person, we should not be making any assumption as well. Okay, otherwise we are simply making assumption. I might not get the help, so why should I approach, and let's on discussing the problem.
Ma'am, once again, sorry to interrupt. Ma'am, with regard to my request, I thought I was not clear enough. I said the classes could be uploaded for only 3 Saturdays so that we could go through them and probably help the kid over the weekend. I know it's...
Yes, I understood your concern, because the third language is completely new, or it's an alien subject to the parents, those who have not studied this subject in their education journey. So let me have a word with the vice principal and with the third language HOD. Let's see how we can solve the problem. Okay, because maybe the solution which you are offering, maybe yes, we might work on this solution.
Because I saw this platform on IGNOU. They are teaching foreign languages, and many other embassies as well have shifted to this platform. Just recently, I heard a show on the radio regarding Spanish as well as Chinese Mandarin. So if that is possible, it was really enlightening for me as well. That way, I can also be on the same page as my kids.
May I just answer? Ms. Sangman? Dr. Kelkar?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, the thing is, the idea what you say asking us to do is upload it so it can be visible, but I'll just like to share a little bit of a problem. When we started uploading in the senior classes, what happened, the children stopped attending classes, thinking I can relax now and maybe I'll see in the video and I'll understand. That is why that is the reason why we have certain reservation, because the child must attend the class, and as ma'am rightly said, the child must not be fearful in asking question. There also, if there is a problem, then particular lesson, if you want, you put it across to the class teacher and we'll then try to upload it for that, but not for every lesson. What happens then the child begins to feel, oh, I always have a backup, so it's okay, does not matter. I understand, I'm not saying your child may be like that, Dr. Kelkar, but it has happened. And it is only when things happen, it becomes experience, and then we decide to think of other ways of teaching our children. That's the only thing. But if you feel, we can think about what areas are difficult areas, maybe upload those. But I like to share one thing with all the parents. Third language is something which is very basic, because it was introduced in class 6, and only up to class 8 they need to do third language based on our education 3 language formula. So as a result, the third language, what is being taught is a very basic thing, and it is something which is they've started from ABC. In class 8, as Mrs. Gupta is saying that I'm having problem, that means there has been a cumulative learning issue right from class 6. Because if you're asking that, everything should be clear in the child. So the thing is, whenever the children have a problem, again and again, ask the subject expert in the class. See, it is better to explain one concept over 3 days rather than have that becoming a cumulative issue of learning for the rest of the session. And that can lead to, subsequent other problems of understanding other concepts. So it is better, please, again and again we say, please ask the teacher in the class, because we do have the session as interactive, but the children must come forth. And as ma'am rightly said, the value systems of the children should be so strong that why should they fear? They're only asking a doubt. They have not done anything wrong. And I think a teacher is entitled to ask 50 times also if the doubt is asked. It's her duty to clear it. So please, let's also through education make our children strong enough to be able to project their views fearlessly and ask. that, ma'am, I'm not able to follow. I'm not like everybody else. That's okay. But if my problem could be 3 other or 10 other children's problem. So we can think of that, and we will see about the uploading of the, but all the assignments I'm not for, but definitely some we can. Because, that's what the problem we have is, then there's a setback of children not attending the classes.
Okay,
and that has
thank you,
happened.
Thank you, ma'am. And one more thing before I sign off, ma'am. We are deeply appreciative of how you've been catering to the scenario, because this is new to everybody. Like one of my previous, participants said in the meeting. But then I'm certainly sure that technology has been teaching us a lot, because this is practically my first Zoom meeting, I must say. So I learned it from my son how to operate it, and he made me tech savvy, I must say. So the credit goes to you, and I think my kid is more confident with the computers than I am today. So all the credit goes to you people. So please keep
But
up the
Dr.
good work.
Kelkar, let me reiterate one point I keep on saying, and I've been saying that for the last few weeks now. For us as adults, we are digital migrants. Our children are digital natives. So for them to
Yes,
take,
ma'am.
they like fish, they take to water. With technology, we don't. So, it is a struggle for us also. It's not that it's a cakewalk for us. Our teachers have not had a summer break. If you will not, you will never believe it. Because every day they have been under some training. And they said this is the first time in our professional life where we did not have a summer holiday. So we said the need of the hour is such. So we also have to rise to the occasion. So we have to teach our children to rise to the occasion and
Good afternoon,
take
ma'am.
on things.
And
Yes, Miss
thank you
Raina,
for,
you've been asking. Miss Raina,
thank you
please.
once again, ma'am. I'm signing off, and
Thank
thank
you.
you once again.
Ma'am, good afternoon to the respected principal ma'am and you as well. Ma'am, my question, it's related to the science. Like science is so vast subject, and nowadays without practical, without doing the experiments, some topics kids are not able to understand the things. Now, like how to tackle that type of situations, or some topics are like that which kids may not be able to understand it properly without the experiments. Can you understand my point, what I'm trying to say? Because some topics are left because without practical or without any experiments, they can't go ahead. So how to tackle those situations, and especially in the science, without all these things, I don't think that the doubts can be clear to the kids.
Ma'am, up to class 8, there are very few practicals. The practicals actually start in class 9. However, as a teaching methodology, the teachers, when the school was on a regular basis in a very different way, that physically we were there, they would bring the lab to this class, or they would take the children to the lab to give them that extra exposure. Here they need to understand concepts, and as again and again we are reiterating, the child, if he or she does not understand, tell them to raise their hand, and the teacher is bound to re-explain any number of times till the child, because see, even if experiments are done, it's not necessarily the child will understand. Yes, by doing it is understandable, but there are concepts where the teacher will be using certain examples for the explanation of a concept which might become easy. See, again and again we are reiterating, in a classroom situation, please make the most of it. When the teacher asks the class, please unmute and ask questions. In my experience, I have seen that children will be talking among themselves, or that we have to be very strict and we have to put them on mute. But when it comes to teachers asking questions, when we have observing classes also, it is seen when the questions are being asked, nobody wants to answer. But why? Tell them, if they see, your doubt can be 5 other children's doubt. So you must ask. You must understand that everything cannot be done by an experiment. As much as possible, teachers will do, they will show, and they have some beautiful PowerPoint also, which I have seen in the observation of classes, how it is being done, and children are being guided, they are responsive. So it's not that things are not happening. Things are happening, but yes, it's a little different from the normal routine as we are used to.
Mrs. Sinaroy, I wish to intervene here. So,
yeah, please.
yes, Mrs. Raina, actually during the summer break, the science department had undergone one training. In fact, they conducted one research work that how laboratories can be brought to the classroom. Okay, so they conducted training program for the teachers. So what exactly they are planning now? By using simple tools or the things which are easily available at home. For example, for teaching a concept or say force, maybe it can be explained with a pencil and with a rubber band, isn't it, and with some activity, right? Because right now the school, the teachers as well as children, they're not in a position to buy the kind of apparatus which are required for conducting experiments. Okay, so since they have undergone this training, so it is likely, and yes, it is expected, they will start implementing in the classrooms as well. Okay, so when it comes to simple experiments, that can be demonstrated by the teacher. Now, if you prepare this kind of a plan that the children simultaneously, they should also experiment the same thing, then a lot of things will be required from the parents' side. So let's see how comfortable will be parents, because at times, even if the teacher is saying that you require a battery or a copper wire, so in some household you can easily manage. But some parents, they might find it difficult to manage. Right? So yes, we can initiate this experiment kind of a classroom. The teacher will collect such items and she can demonstrate.
Exactly.
Fine. So I guess with this demonstration, at least this will bring some kind of a clarity in the mind of the child. It won't be a pure theory class, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
and wherever
science
possible.
is something vast subject, like you can understand by without all these things, the knowledge of that thing is not possible.
We completely agree with you. Otherwise, it appears like a magic that how does it happen? Okay, and science is completely logic. And you understand the logic when you experience it. And this is what we mean by experiments, right?
Especially when it comes to the chemistry or biology, like without all these things, it's like blank. You can understand my
yes, when it comes to chemistry, maybe I guess managing or arranging the chemicals might be a tough task. But let's see, whatever can be possible, whatever teacher can make possible with the limited resources which she can easily manage, she will certainly do it.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Because
thank you so much for your efforts. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Rai.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
There are a few important questions which I could see on the chat box. One is related to PTM. We have already uploaded. In case we have not uploaded, so very soon we'll be uploading our planner, and the planner we have decided as of now till 30th September, wherein we have mentioned the date of PTM. So the first PTM will be held on 18th of July before we begin with our first assessment. Okay, first formal assessment. So the format of the PTM will be that the parents will be interacting with the class teachers, if required with the subject teachers. Fine. Another question is related to in case of siblings. That yes, ma'am, I have 2 children and I'm facing problem of devices. That what kind of arrangement can be made from the school side? See, as far as devices are concerned, so parents, you have to make the investment, right? Now, as far as the assessments are concerned, we know that in case of siblings, parents and children, they are likely to face the problem. That's the reason we are planning that the assessments will happen in a staggered manner. So yes, for different classes, we'll be keeping assessments on different dates or on different days in a week, right? Now, in case, like in one of the session, one of the previous parent interaction sessions, so one parent suggested whether the school can approach any vendor or any company, for purchase of a laptop in bulk and all that. There are certain acts, which restrict this kind of action from the school side. But maybe in an informal manner, once we get the number of parents who are interested in buying laptops or mobiles, we can approach any vendor. And certainly when we are placing order in bulk, so more discount can be availed. Okay. So those who wish to buy, you can share your query as well with the class teacher or with the other communication channels which we have shared with you. Another question is related to answers of assignment can be shared. Our vice principal has already shared that the plan is not more than 2 assignments should be given in a week. And we have already conveyed to the teacher that one day, that means one period per week, you should keep only to discuss the assignments given, right? So throughout the week, the teacher can just go through these submissions done by the children, and then the teacher can, identify, she can diagnose that yes, this is the common mistake committed by most of the children, okay? Or this is the major gap in their understanding, in their learning, okay? So rather than, giving advice or suggestion or commenting or giving remark on each child's submission. So maybe collectively this can be discussed in the class, right? So I guess these are the most common questions. I'm sorry, parents, since we have very limited time for interaction.
There is one question, ma'am, we'll take. I'll just see that in the screen. I'll just take that one question for a parent. You're talking about the screen time. If you actually see, the physical school hour is for 6.5 hours. We have reduced that to actually 4 hours with a break between each period and a break of 20 minutes where they can eat, take a break from the day's, like a proper break time. So the other thing is what I was suggesting again and again, if you are able to get the textbooks, so the child attends the class being physically there, but goes referring through the textbook, will therefore have less of screen time to see. And as you've said that, the LED light also affects the eyes and it pains. So that will create a less kind of strain for the child. But yes, without being present in an online class, how will the child know what is happening? So, and we have also, except for the screen sharing by the teachers, the child, if he or she has the textbook, they can sit through with while the class is going on, using their class textbook, and use the screen or see the screen only when screen sharing is being done or the class or the subject teacher is asking something to the children. So this way, I think we can help the children up to a point. And yes, a point is noted that after 4, let us not have any information being shared, which has already been conveyed to the teachers, that after 3 o'clock, no assignments of the children will be uploaded for the day. So I think that assignments definitely, but yes, there are certain messages, unfortunately, we have to put even beyond 4 o'clock because the situation or the time demands that. So that is only in very extreme cases.
Ma'am, I have one question.
Excuse ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Gupta, go ahead, and then we'll come to Mrs. Jaiswal. Yes.
Ma'am, I have a question that when you will be starting the school after 15th August, so there will be a possibility that you will not call 100% student at that time. What will be the effect on transport at that time? So transport will be available, school transport, or this will be an individual choice for parents to take their kids to school?
Okay. See, as far as the second phase, that means 15th August is concerned. So as of now, whatever we have gathered from the information shared by people in authority, that yes, the school will reopen for senior classes. So most probably from 9th onwards. Okay. And certainly all the children won't be called on the same day. So we'll be operating at a limited capacity, not more than 20 or 25% will be called, right? Now the question is about transportation. Buses will ply, okay, but it'll be up to the decision of the parent whether they would like to send the children through school buses or whether they would like to drop the children, right?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Mr. Gupta, I have answered your question.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Jaiswal.
Hello, ma'am. I'm very warm. Welcome to the school.
Thank you.
Ma'am, my mother posted a question regarding sports. That, ma'am, about the coaches.
Okay. See, as long as we are working on online mode, so for sports, we are conducting, online classes only, right? We are not allowed to call the children to the school premises. So before 15th of August, this is, out of question, right? So yes, after 15th of August, I would suggest, please be patient. Let's see what will be the situation and accordingly we'll plan out.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, because before 15th of August, we cannot call the children to the school premises.
No, ma'am, virtually by giving classes.
Yes, we have already incorporated in that timetable health and physical education classes. Okay,
but
so
ma'am, that's just, ma'am, a connected YouTube video.
Okay. So may I take a suggestion from your side that what kind of a virtual classes you wish to have for physical education?
Ma'am, like the ma'am teachers, ma'am, be in front of us, and ma'am, we can open our videos.
Okay. Okay, fine. We'll talk to the sports teacher. Apart from just posting the video, that the teacher should be available to explain whatever exercises or whatever steps are depicted by that video. Okay, so I completely agree. That will be more enforcing. Not only enforcing, that will be more engaging and interesting as well.
Yes, ma'am, because ma'am, we had the classes with Praveen sir, but ma'am, he was not able to connect. So ma'am, other sport teachers and
okay, let me talk to Mr. Naga. What kind of a difficulty did he face? And then we will work on that solution. Fine?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Right. Parents, thank you so much for your wonderful inputs, and be honest and candid and sharing your apprehension and your questions. There are a number of questions which are still unanswered, so don't worry. Just wait for 1 week. We'll be giving reply to each and every question. And one of the last question which I just read, can we share contact number of the bookshop person? We will do so. Okay. So since another session is lined up, I would like to take a leave along with my team. So stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay strong. Okay. And tell our children to stay fearless as well.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
So, thank you so much, and God bless you and your families. So
enjoy, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, dear. May we conclude the session now?